Good morning. Good morning, CJ. Good morning, everyone. Anybody else who may be joining? Welcome. It's It's Sunday, October 8th, 2023. And I'd like to wish my parents a happy anniversary. 64 years, I think. Something. Yeah, 64. 60. Today's 63 or 64. I lost track. But that's okay. I have they did well. I have two brothers, and I love them very much, and I appreciate their their persistence in not kicking me out of the family. In any case, happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, and also welcome anybody else who's new, and to the new subscribers as well. And good morning, Jeannie. And I want to say hello to Greg and Maria. I haven't said hello to them in a while. We still contact all of them. It's growing. All right, let's get started. We're going to talk about the communion. I think it's the communion of the proficients. I'll have to double check. I just read it a little while ago. We're going to keep it a little bit short today. We're getting ready for our visit from Jeannie, who is making her way across the country. She's almost here, and we look forward to having her tomorrow. And Ben has to stay out of the room today until he gets fully dressed. So you think I have it easy. All right, we'll have let's get started. In nomine Dei, Matronum Nostra et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of God and in Catholic contemplation humbly adore the Trinitarian Theophany. Most holy and adorable Trinity, one God and three divine beings, I believe that thou art here present. I adore thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O God, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank God for the many graces that we receive and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to the Trinitarian Theophany. O God, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, O God, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of God the graces which are necessary to us. O God, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, O God, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O God, Our Lady, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because I have offended thee, my God, who are good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Chapter 25, the communion of proficients. So this is the introduction to the communion. Earlier in this work, we discussed the communion of those who begin to give themselves seriously to the interior life. We explained how Holy Communion sustains, restores, and increases spiritual life, and why it demands as a condition an upright and pious intention. A fervent communion, we said, presupposes hunger for the Eucharist, or the keen desire to receive it in order to be more closely united to Deum Iesum Christum, and to grow in love of the Trinitarian Theophany and neighbor. Each of our communions, we pointed out, should be substantially more fervent than the preceding one, with a fervor of will, if not of feeling. Each should, in fact, increase charity in us, and consequently prepare us to receive Deum Iesum Christum better and more fruitfully the following day. This is the case in the lives of the saints, whose ascent toward God is increasingly rapid the nearer they approach him. And the Trinitarian Theophany, the more they are drawn by the Trinitarian Theophany, as the stone falls more rapidly as it approaches the earth which attracts it. This acceleration in the journey toward God should therefore be realized in the communion of proficients far more than in that of beginners. For the child, his first communion is certainly a great grace, but the following communions should always be more fruitful. That we may see what the communion of proficients should be, we should remember that the principal effect of Holy Communion is the increase of charity. Proficients should grow in this virtue, particularly remembering that fraternal charity is one of the great signs of the progress of the love of God. This will be more readily understood by reflecting that communion, through union with Deum Iesum Christum, assures the unity and growth of his mystical body. Okay, tomorrow we'll start on the holy table and the unity of the mystical body. And as we attend Mass this morning, if we can do a Catholic contemplation on the increase of fervor for a Holy Communion. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apote. Oremus. O God, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, one God, forever and ever. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hac immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinus famulus tuus offeditibi Deum eum vivum et verum, pro omnibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus fidelibus, catalocorum vivis aquae defunctis ut mihi et idis proficiat ad salutem. Deum qui humanis substanti dignitate mirabidi tu condidisi et mirabidis reformasti da nobis spiritus ac orvini mystium eis divinitatis esse consortis qui humanitatis nostrae. fieri di notis est patricebs Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tega vivet et renat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem, salutaris tuum de peccatis clementiam, ut de conspecto divina majestatis Tue, pro nostra totius mundi salute, cum odore suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contrito, suscipiam arate Deum Iesum Christum, et fiat sacrificium nostrum et conspecto Tuo hodie, ut placeat tibi Deum matronam nostre et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et de benedicite blata pro secundo, et accepere hoc sacrificium Tuo sanctum nomine preparatum. Suscipet Sancta Trinitas hoc oblationem quam tibi efferimus summum passiones, resurrectiones et ascensiones Deum Iesum Christum. Et in honorem Deum matronam nostri, et a Papa Peter Sanctorum, et istorum et omnium Sanctorum, ut illis proficiet ad honorem, nobis autem et salutem, et ili pro nobis intercedere, in inter in celis, quorum amorem agimus in tedes, per in Christum Deum nostrum. Orate, ut meam ec vestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat ab Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipia Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis, et laudam et gloriam nominis sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram, totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te. Surus unum corda, habemus a Deum, gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te egito clementissime Mater et Pater et Deum Matrum nostre, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum, Deum nostre, supertis oramus ac petimus. Ut dicepte pes et benedicas ex sanctam sacrificium libata. In primis, quae tibi efferimus, pro ecclesiam Tuum sanctum catholicum, quam pacificare, custodire, adonare, et regere, digneris tot orbitet arum atque catholicae, memento Deum famelorum Tuorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. Pray for Clarette, Katie, Gage, Mark Jr., Casey, Neil and Earl Lively, Maria Josephina Mose, Henry, Barbara, and Benedict Santa Croce, Robert Santa Croce, Mr. Nobody, Zeneda Luis and Amparo Cantu, Julian Galavis, Luis Antonio Cantu, Jenna, Lena, Lori, Aaron, and family, Maria and the Lineweber family, the Duarte family, the Dasco, Nye, Tafour, Began, and Wolf families, and Alex Tafour. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sedevacantist Catholic Council office in Monastery of Illinois. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, and child sex trafficking, and any kind of human trafficking of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. We ask for a reversal of the feminist ideology and a return to godly femininity, and that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations everywhere and all time, that they may come to understand the raising of children with traditional Catholic methods is a very high ideal and a necessity for sustaining a harmonious Catholic society. We ask that quote-unquote gay marriage be banned immediately. We ask that pornography and the OnlyFans platform be stopped as well, immediately and forever. We pray that this medical industry corrects its corruptedness and its lying and its deceiving and its harm. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. And we ask for the effects of the satanic ritual and Black Mass held on June 29, 1963, between the Vatican and the Masonic Lodge in South Carolina be reversed and the spell destroyed. We pray for wisdom on how to raise natural foods and animals, and to grow enough for, as I learned, for pests and like rabbits and other invaders, as well as for your neighbors and yourself. We pray for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes. We pray to shut down CERN, close all gateways and portals, and send Adon and Adonai back to hell. And we pray for the final conclusion, court of the court case for the Keller family. And we pray for those who are engaged to be married, that they come to embrace the Trinitarian Theophany completely and as one. All these things we ask in accordance with God's holy and divine will. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fidis cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi efferimus, veru qui tibi voluntas sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione animarum suarum prospe salutis et economitatis suae, tibique redunt votas sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et memoriam venerantes in primis gloriose semper Dei maternam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Beatorum martyrium torum Papa Sancti Petri, et Sancti Luci, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum meritis praecibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectionis tuae muniam exidio per illum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblationem te Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabilem configedi dinedis ut nobis corpum, et sanguinem fiat dictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretur accepit panem in sanctus sacramentibus manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum ante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit, frege dique lumnis sui dicens accipite et mandocate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simini motu postquam ceremonias accipiens et hunc preclarum cadicem in sanctis sacramentibus manus suas, item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecravit dique lumnis sui dicens accipite et bibite ex eo omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, qui pro nobis et pro multis affundetur in remissione peccatorum, et quod est cum prefidelis in meum facetis. Unde et memores Deum nos servitui, sede plebs tua sancta iustum Christum filium tuum, Deum nostre, tambe et passionis nec non et ab inferis resurrectionis, sed et in celos gloriosi ascensionis offerimus preclare majestati tui tuis donis actatis, supraque propitio axere novutur respitieri dineris. Supplicis teragamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iube hec preferibus manus tuum ut quod ex hoc autaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem sum sanimus omni benedictione celesti gratia de pe amor, per innum Christum Deum nostri. We pray for those who have died, and we especially pray for Joseph Hunt, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Dei donibum in Christum crescentibum, locum refugere lucis et pacis, ut ondo gesta proclamor per innum Christum Deum nostrum, per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivificas, benedictis et prestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est ibi Deum Matram omnipotente in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum. Dea matronam nostrae, matronam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis, peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quesumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis, praeteritis presentibus et futuris, et intercedente beata gloriosa semper Dea matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae tui, aduiti et peccato, simus semper liberi, et ab omni perturbatione seculi. Perdiendum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivet et regnat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum, et quoque apud te. Ec mixtio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat accipientibus nobis in et salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, et quoque apud te, Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, quabrante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam unum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis, et universis malis, et fac me dui semper in hadare mandatis, et ad unum quam separare permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in inus sumere presimo non mi provenia de iniditium coronationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutum medise corporis, et ad me delam percipiendam, qui vivis et reinas cum Deum matronam nostrae, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem accipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum matronam nostrae, non sunt dignus, ut intercedete me est in tantum verbis napater anima mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignus, ut intercedete me, sed tantum de verbis napater anima mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignus, ut intres subtetum meum, sed tantum de verbis napater anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. quid retribuum Deum iusum Christum pro omnibus quaeritur mihi, calicem saitaris et cibium in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostri et ab inimicis meis salvos ero, sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Quod ore sumpsimus Deum Iesum Christum puramente capiamus et in luna tempore fit nobis remedium sempiterno. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum quod sumpsi et sanguis quam putave haevis sceribus meis et presta, ut in me non remediat scela la macula, quem purat sanctar vece sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, et quo corpo Tei, oremus. May the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids. We beseech thee, O God, that thou mayest free them from all sins, and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one God, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum, et quo corpo Tei, ite missa est, Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam, obsequium servitutis mei et praese ut sacrificium, cor oculis tuae maestatis in unus auctoritibus et tratable miquet omnibus, pro quibus idut octoliciti miserante propitiabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum, Deum Matronam nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, gratias. Deum Matronam Nostri, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. Deum Iesum Christum, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, I adore thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of God Jesus Christ, who was, is, and ever shall be, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended. And through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of God, Our Lady, who was, is, and ever shall be, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum, Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for attending, and good morning, daughter. And I look forward to our get-together this week with Jeannie, and on Friday, the 13th. Oh, it is, isn't it? Friday the 13th. Interesting. What I'd like to also ask everyone to do for that day is to fast. So we will do from Thursday at midnight until Friday at midnight. We'll do a 24-hour fast. If you'd like to go the 3 days, which is the ultimate fast for the reparation of sinners, and that would be awesome. And just again, we do things in silence without being in public and all that sort of thing. Those efforts are tremendously beneficial for saving souls. So we'll ask everyone to do that on Friday, and we'll have a good get-together, and we'll see what Our Lady has in store for us. Deum Matronam Nostrae. Have mercy on me. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Please go and sanctify all those who you meet, and have a great Sunday.